desert of Arizona. And I must say that we've got a lot of things that are testing us in the world today. We have a lot of threats to our society, inside and out, foreign and domestic. But we still have a lot to be thankful for. And anytime we stop, we should take a chord to those things. And we'll talk a little bit about that. And we're going to talk about, in general, all the threats that we're facing that we need to be prepared for. We need to be ready for. It's insurance to be. We've got so many threats today. It is outrageous. But mainly, we're going to talk about South Korea. We're going to talk some about some situations with other things like this whole war in the Middle East. We'll talk a little bit about there's this Hamas thing going on, and we're going to talk about the Pentagon lost $1.9 trillion. You remember last time when Rumsfeld come out and told us the Pentagon lost $2 trillion? What happened the next day? The very office investigating it, where all the records for that were kept, was hit on 9/11 in the Pentagon. Is that weird? Is that weird or what? So there's just some odd things, guys. Some really odd things. So we'll talk about all that stuff. But let's start with being thankful. It's still Thanksgiving here in Mountain Time, and it's still Thanksgiving, at least in the West Coast, and many of us hopefully had a good Thanksgiving today. And actually, I did. I went to a friend's house, and Scott and Jen Miller, and had a Thanksgiving lunch, and it was very nice. Met some new people there, and actually met for a second time a gentleman that I had had a Thanksgiving dinner with at a senior center here locally, just about a week before. So, friendship, family, these are the things to be most thankful for. Any friends you have, your family, those are the most important things to us, and we forget that. We are so forgetful. Thank you, Jesse. We're so forgetful. And no matter what country you're in, we've got people from many countries here tonight, such as we've got, we got friends in here from Australia, from many places like Rodney Middleton, who's given me some good knives. So, wow, super chat already. Well, thank you, CM3. Love is the answer, and that's what we're talking about. Salute to you, CM3. That's always a good thing to put in the chat room. So, guys, and it really is. The hatred in the world today can be, I want to tell you guys in a lot of my videos, I say just as light dispels darkness, love dispels hate. And I think that's part of the message of thankfulness, gratefulness. Too many people in the world today are ingrates. They're not thankful for the help they've got. I've had a number of friends come by here and help me out, including we've had Cowgirl in Arizona come up here twice, all the way from Tucson. We've had other friends helping out. I don't know who all wants to be named or not named, but we've had Dennis and his wife help me out, and we've had my neighbors. I got a neighbor around here, Scott Risso, who's come several times to help me do some work here. I've had quite a few people chipping in here. So, I can feel the love from a lot of people. I've had people send me things, people offer me things, and I feel the love, guys, and I appreciate that. I've been very busy, and there's Arnold in the chat room. He's been trying to help me out, and I've just we hadn't been able to coordinate it, and I've just been real busy. I need to talk to him sometime soon. I'd hope to today, but I got busy with some family stuff too. So, that's the main thing, guys. It's just keep up with who your friends are and your family are. That's the most important thing in the world to us as humans, because we are social people, social animals of sort, you might say. But those are critical things. And here in this chat room, we're family. And I feel the love from you guys here on YouTube. You might say my little thing going up here, this whole existence out here is practically a result of YouTube. I mean, I went to LeakCon, met a person there. They I don't think they want me to mention them on here because they're very private. But her and her husband have property near here. John Cole. Well, thank you, Colonel Cole. Happy Thanksgiving to you. So, all right. So, Bolon Lobby. What does that mean, Colonel Cole? So we've just got to keep these things in mind. What's important. But anyway, like I said, uh, LeakCon. I went to LeakCon because of my presence in YouTube. Because I started out on my first YouTube appearances were on Rex Bear's channel, and then on a Diamond's channel, an Oppenheimer Ranch project, and then because I was appealing for support from my Power Grid Defense conferences I was chairing, and then I started my own YouTube channel later, and then went to LeakCon, and made a lot of friends and good people there, and that's really what wound up how I wound up getting this place. And then other people has watched YouTube, and it just so happens Scott and Jen Miller are right close to here. They've chipped in and done a lot for me, and they helped out a lot. So I've got a lot of good friends here in this area, and I got a lot of good friends in Alabama and just all around the world. And that is something to be very grateful for, because I can tell you guys this, that in spite of all the evil in the world, there's a lot of good in the world. There's a lot of evil. There's a lot of misguided people. But there's a lot of good in the world. There's a lot of people with good hearts. And that is something we can all be grateful for in the worst of times. Just don't forget that, And that's why we need to strive to keep this world glued together. That's why we need to strive to throw water at the fires of hatred. And that water is love. As M3 said in here earlier with her little chat, love is the answer. So now I do believe, I'm getting better. I do believe in a strong defense. You got to have a strong defense. This world is a world of wolves and predators. And in nature, I just met a neighbor here this afternoon who lives back up on the hill. They're further away from this wash than I am. And this wash happens to be where the elk migrate. When the elk migrate, there's also mountain lions, panthers as we call them in Alabama. And they told me that they had one poop on their back deck in the middle of the day, a panther, mountain lion, what do you want to call it? So the big cat, that's what they used to just call big cats. But, so I don't know how to get on that topic, but it's an interesting place. But, it's an interesting place. It's a place of beauty and wonder here. And that's something to be thankful for, really and truly. The more you give, the more you get. Hey, Mad Cal Perkins, I try to give. Brother Greg, I'm thankful for you, brother. Be blessed today. Hey, Tracy Compu. Thank you there, Tracy. Worm food. All right, guys. So, let's see what did Arnold say. Ronnie, to end those who are not here yet. Welcome to Green Greg's chat. Yeah, thank you guys. So, yeah, we got a lot of war news to cover for people who are watching from coffee in the morning. Who want to hear that, but I just think we need to stop and smell the roses sometimes. Sometimes we got to take a cord to those that are close to us, those that are friends, those that are family, and that's the most important thing you can do. And share the love, and that's the way it needs to spread out. We've got to tamp down the hatred as much as possible. Yeah, I now know how I got on the line. Excuse me, the mountain lions and stuff around here. You've got in nature, you have to have defense. You have to have defense. Your skin is your body's first line of defense. The first line of defense of a nation is its borders. So we've got to secure our borders. And it's not that, we got anything against Mexicans or somebody else. It's a matter of you got to know who's coming in. Look at all this sleeper cell stuff we're seeing. That's what I've been talking about, guys. I've been talking about the threat of that from way back on this channel. So, long before anybody else was talking about it. As far as I know, I never heard other people talking about that stuff 5 years ago. I was talking about it in spades then. So, you have to have a strong defense. You got to be strong. You have to have an immune system. Anything in nature has to have an immune system. So, just because you go out and say, hey, love is the answer, doesn't mean that you shouldn't be strong. That's my point. But when you're strong, you can afford to be peace through strength. You can afford to be a little bit more laid back. If you know nobody can whoop up on you, you can relax a little more, right? So that's the whole idea, peace through strength. I do believe in a strong national defense, but I believe also you don't go around beating up on the little guys, the little countries. You don't take advantage of them just because you have a strong defense. You need to be the big teddy bear, I guess, or something like that. Um, but I'm Army. I was Army. I do believe in a strong defense. I've worked a lot of defense jobs in my life, mostly defense, like missile defense, not offense stuff. But that is key, guys. It's that uh, when you're strong, it's easier to share the love, I guess. But we've got to share the love. We've got to change how we operate, how we think about things. Society will not survive in a world of hatred. Society can't do it. Some people think kindness is weakness and is actually the opposite. That's true. That's my point here. Two of the 20 illegal Romanians who crossed Tuesday morning into Maine from Canada were on the wanted list for organized crime and terrorism. See, guys, that's what I'm talking about. So why, like I said, your skin is your body's first line of defense. And that's what it is for a nation. It's the borders. And we just thrown it up. We have no national. What's national defense? It starts with the borders. National defense starts with the borders. The first job of the government is to defend its people. And when you throw your borders wide open, you lose your legitimacy as a government. You lose your legitimacy to take money out of my wallet and throw it around. What do you think about that? So, yeah, take money out of my wallet and throw it to some other countries overseas, and you won't even put a border defense up? You got to be kidding me. That's preposterous. How in the world do we wind up in such a situation as that? Across 3 miles from my house. Yeah, she lives near the border, guys. She's at the border. My peeps, I'm from a small family and have all passed, but my two children, oh my gosh, see them three. Bless you. Bless you. You got to love and hug your kids. Hey, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I still got a little cough, but I ain't coughing like I was. My nose is not a river. Yeah, yesterday my voice was pretty rough, but it's getting better. Tribals have bonfires. Yeah, they do. That's how tribes bond. Maybe we don't do enough of that. Maybe this is our bonfire here. We're getting together. We're a tribe. We're a family. Burning all night to keep predators. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's that part. Keep predators out. Yeah. True. Okay. I was thinking about the bonding aspect of it, but it's both. It's both. The tribes would dance around their bonfires. They bond with each other. And, that's important. It might be ritual or something like that. Some of their dances and, whatever. It's a bonding thing. But the bonfires also are a defense from wild animals. Believe you me, we got wild animals here. There's elk. There's antelope. This is where the antelopes play, right here. I've heard coyotes on my property just a little ways that way a couple nights ago. Probably got them a rabbit. I've heard, I've heard them all around here. There are Mexican gray wolves in the area. Like I said, mountain lions. They're right here. And yeah, another person that helped, that said came here to help was Connie Lingus, who's, y'all need to remember her in your prayers because her mama is in intensive care and do not resuscitate. She left here in a hurry. She didn't even pack up her tent. She left it standing. She got in such a hurry to get out of here when she found out. Bless her heart. I feel for her. I'm worried about her because she's, driving under duress, trying to get wherever she's got to get to. And I don't know all the answers to that. So she said she saw some bears just rode up from the road that leads to the road I'm on, real close to here. So wouldn't be surprised by that. And this neighbor I said there's actually javelina in the area. When I looked at the range amount for javelina, it didn't show them up in this area. So I don't know. There may be. Hey, Greg, looking good. Sending the best vibes. Thank you, Amber. Appreciate that. Rod, that's a great super chat. Rodair Cannon. How can I contact to come help? I'm a professional carpenter. Are you in the area? Man, I really could use some help. Email me, Greg, Greg, at greengregs.com. Greg at greengregs.com. New days, I'll post a link. Please don't use that email to anybody for anything else. Don't just send me personal chat notes and questions in an email. It's a business email. But I'm really needing help here. I need some help to finish this project up, especially this weekend. If anybody can help out, and Saturday might be a rain day, so it may have to be Sunday. We'll have to play that by ear. And tomorrow and Sunday, but the rain looks like it's going to be light. If it's light, it won't be a problem. Anyway, wow, super chat and an offer to help all in one fell swoop. Hey, Rodair, appreciate that. Rodair Cannon, thank you so much. Salute to Rodair Cannon. Thank you. Boom, a super chat, but also a super offer of help. That's even more important right now. I can really use some guys here. Yeah, we're trying to get these walls up on my building here. And I think I mentioned last night, well, I'll go into that in a little bit. I probably should do the news for the folks that's going to listen in the morning. But I just wanted to start out saying, what do we have to be thankful for? One, we have air to breathe. Um, we live in a world that's more hospitable than most, and almost all the rest of them. We don't have any world as hospitable as where we're at. We're in a Goldilocks planet on the Goldilocks, going around a Goldilocks sun and Goldilocks region of a Goldilocks galaxy. uh, and we're fortunate in so many ways. We've been blessed by the greater creator immensely in many, many ways, in spite of all the badness that's in the world today. There are a lot of blessings. And sometimes we just don't count them. It's Mother Nature, the birds, the flowers, the air. We live in a bountiful country. If it's not bountiful, it's our fault. If we've been given a lot of blessings, and we just don't account for them properly. And anytime you say a prayer, you should, even if you're praying for somebody, you should start with a little bit of gratitude. And that's what Thanksgiving's really all about. It's gratitude, and also sharing time with family and friends. That's what holidays like this are really what we should really do with these events, is share time with family and friends, and be grateful that we've got these family and friends. And I'm grateful for you guys. You guys have turned out to be quite a great family and a lot of friends. I've met so many good people through here that it touches my heart. Um, it's always a great thing to meet somebody new, or have the opportunity for some of my subscribers to meet each other, and I've had that happen here at this place, so that's been really awesome. Uh, but this a lot of my subscribers have really pitched in, so this is really me being here is kind of a result of YouTube in many ways. So I'm just trying to get a handle on my life, and some of the other things that's happened, and get control of things. And I appreciate all that. Appreciate everyone. I got a lot to be thankful for. I'm thankful I've got 3 healthy kids, all who are doing well. They're all professional. They all take care of themselves and their families. I've got 3 healthy grandchildren, and they're all my kids and grandkids are excelling. They're all doing good in their lives. My son had he was in the Army, had to take a lot of jabs. He got Guillain-Barré disease, but he's overcome it as best as he could. It was a scare, but he's come back from it. So we had quite a scare when he got that, but he's getting around. He had to go through a process. He is getting around. I talked to a lady today who had been in Afghanistan taking some stuff that the Army makes people take. Gave her a lot of intestinal and other problems, things they give troops for anthrax, I should say. I don't know what I can say on this platform. It's so persnickety. I know so many people have had problems with that stuff. Starts with a C, got an I and an R, Pyros, something like that. I'll try to kind of put it out there a little bit so you know what I'm talking about. That stuff's nasty. Uh, Hey, Jojo, I contacted family in Arizona, but they are 4 hours away. Okay, well, thank you, Jojo. Yeah, this is a big state. Truth air is good. It is, absolutely. Zenjamin, your YouTube didn't notify me. What the heck? Well, Zen, that's just all the more reason I got to try to keep out on my channel. Thank you for being here. This platform don't like me as much as you guys do. So, yeah, this platform don't like people coming on here, I guess, and putting it out there. I don't know. So, guys, I'm just trying to tell you guys what you need to know to survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. Keep things to motivate you to keep your eyes wide open and head on a swivel. But also, I try to bring hope, you know, and the message of the antidote for all this hatred and trouble in our world, and it really is love. If we had more of that, we wouldn't have all this other mess, and that includes societal mess. We've let our families disintegrate, and the kids are feral, and our society is just breaking up, and that's a real shame. It's a sad thing, and it's affected a lot of communities in this country really bad. You go down to South Alabama, like Colonel Cole, he can tell you about the schools down there. Probably more than you'd want to hear. But there are some really sad situations, and some areas are a lot worse than others. The communities have disintegrated. The kids are feral, and it's just, you wouldn't want to be a teacher in some of these places. It's horrible from what I'm hearing. Anyway, Lion Rex says, thank you so much, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your dear families. Wish you all the very best. Thank you. Anyway, so, yes. Thank you, Rodney, for asking for more thumbs up. The algorithms on this channel beat us down, so it helps when you put thumbs up. So, first time I saw Green Greg's was on episode of Joe Pera. Yes, I didn't know who he was yet. Good stuff. Even Joe knows. Yeah, my worm videos got aired on a TV show called Joe Pera. It's kind of a cartoon show on TV that's kind of a late night adult swim genre, but it's not like adult, X-rated stuff. He's very straight-laced character. He's actually a comedian. He's actually a human being. They show him sometimes as a person. They show him sometimes as a cartoon, but he's actually a guy. He's a real guy, and he's always really deadpan. And he's got real, it's a comedy thing, but he's real deadpan about things and just real everyday sort of guy. So Joe Pera, yeah, I got on that show, and I've been on some TV stuff. I've been, on what was that show? A Strange Earth, which is on the Weather Channel. I did several episodes of that with Rex Bear and another guy, and I actually got Rex into that one. So that was a lot of fun, but I've never seen them because I don't have cable TV. I've seen some of the Joe Pera, some of that's on YouTube. Anyway, so I've been on C-SPAN. I moderated a panel on C-SPAN, a space panel, for about an hour. I've been on a lot of local news. I appeared in a lot of magazines back when I was doing our altitude liftoff rocket project, which is a forerunner to Virgin Galactic's engine and stuff like that. So, Morgan County. So, all right, so let's kind of get into the news here. We've had enough time here just with our gratitude. I think it's important. I want to thank everybody. Now, I got a couple things I'll share with somebody sent me from the channel here. So, I'll just have to, share the love and the gratitude. But I just want to bring that up because it is Thanksgiving. It's still Thanksgiving here for, oops, I guess it just slipped past midnight here now. Anyway, alrighty guys, let's move on here and we'll talk about the news, what's going on in the world. So in case y'all didn't know, the Iranian foreign minister, Hossein Amir Abdollahian, I guess that's how he says his name, he met with Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah Thursday, which was our Thanksgiving, which is still Thursday for some of you guys on the West Coast and up in Alaska. Uh, but we had the Ayatollah Khomeini saying, "Well, Iran's not going to jump in, on the side of Hamas," but then again, they really are, and this is what they're really doing. His meeting with Hezbollah was to encourage them to do more attacks, apparently, and that's what's going on. They are ratcheting up the attacks. They're putting more missile attacks on um, Israel, and there's more attacks from Iranian proxies now on American forces. And I think the U.S. just hit back for a fourth time with airstrikes against Iranian-backed militias in Iraq. So this is ratcheting up. It's continuing to get more intense, guys. This is what y'all got to watch out for. This is a very serious situation we're in. Let's see. I think I just got an email here. Nope. I got my computer for my backlight today, my laptop. Anyway, so it actually does better than my head lamp and the head, mounted up here in the dashboard. That's what I've been trying to do. So, yeah, this is getting worse. Now, another thing to bear in mind is that Hamas has some very sophisticated anti-ship missiles, and it's thought most of them have a capability of a range of about 65 miles. So our Navy is probably at least 70 miles offshore because of that. Now, there is another anti-ship missile from Iran. Now, they're getting Iranian missiles that does have a range of something like 180 miles possibly. But we don't think they can use that without direct support from Iran or Syria. At least that's what the thinking is. So we'll have to see how that turns out. We hope we don't take a barrage of anti-ship missiles on our Navy out there. North Korea, 5 degrees C here in western Alberta. Hey, Arnold. At least you're above freezing. That's actually above freezing out here right now. So I'm thankful for that. It's not going below freezing tonight, so it's been below freezing night after night out here. So that'll help out a little bit. Go back some green Gregs. Thank you for sharing that, New Days. Yeah, speaking of goldbacks, guys, gold is expected to go, according to Markets Insider, gold's expected to cross, they put an article out that said over $2,500 a pound. So it's probably a pretty good investment for some time now. They are expecting to go up. So goldbacks are something you might want to give a strong consideration to. But you can buy if you go to defythegrid.com, you can get bullion. You can get silver, platinum, and gold in bullion, or in rounds, coins, or goldbacks. You can get gold and goldbacks. They're really nice because they're a nice fungible source of gold that's printed out into a bill that you can stick in your wallet and go buy a loaf of bread with, like 1,000th of a troy ounce. That's pretty cool. Use is Diamond in chat room. Use code Green Gregs. There he is, and you get buy crypto. Yeah, crypto said it's going to go up. So the goldbacks is use the code Green Gregs and you get 1% off. 1% off. How you doing, Diamond? Good to see you. I just gave you a shout out earlier and said how I got started on you and Rex's channels before I ever started a YouTube channel promoting my Power Grid Defense Conference. And YouTube is really why I'm out here in Arizona right now, to be honest. So you guys launched me. You're guilty, Diamond. I'm your Frankenstein, Diamond. Just kidding. I hope I'm not a Frankenstein. Anyway, so yeah, you guys inspired me to take it on and start my own channel. So a big shout out to Diamond. Check out Oppenheimer Ranch Project Magnetic Reversal News, guys. Do that. If you're not subscribed, do it now. Precious metal is fine, but crypto, 50 times. You think 50 times? Man, I lost my butt on crypto a while back. Oh, Lordy. I'll come down and help you if you need it. Wow, Diamond, thank you. I'm only going to be here this weekend for this time. I'm going to be heading back. Uh, but that would be awesome. I am in a kind of a pickle trying to get my building up. I'm planning to live in before the winter hits. Uh, yeah, every little hand. I've often been like one or two people short, you know. So now there's a chance of rain Saturday, and rain here can be a real problem because it's clay out here and the hill getting up and down, coming in and out. But I think it's going to be very, very extremely light, and light rain's not a problem. Light rain don't do anything; it just the ground soaks it up. Because I'm in the desert. If you get a heavy rain, it gets to be a problem. YouTube recommended me their channel, Leak Project. Got some good ones. Oh yeah, Leak Projects was a lot of fun. Diamond's a lot of fun, and a lot of my mods in here. Some of my original mods, were on Diamond's channel and on also Leak Project. So good guys. But anyway, and I mentioned earlier LeakCon. Diamond organized that. He ran a really good conference in the LeakCon. So hats off to Diamond. Call you. Okay, I'll do that. I'll call you. How late are you up tonight, or you want me to call you tomorrow? Just tell me when you want me to call you. Alrighty, guys. So let's see. All right. Kind of getting back to the news here. North Korea scrapped a peace accord that they were working on with South Korea. Now, it just so happens that this thing was a peace accord that South Korea kind of threw some water on when North Korea launched a spy satellite. And then North Korea just said, hey, we're going to trash the whole thing. We're out of it. So basically they just said, North Korea said, our army will never be bound by that comprehensive military agreement. That's what it boils down to. So the tensions between North and South Korea are just continuing to go up. There's just too many sources here for potential war. But this whole thing, come up, guys. Something I mentioned earlier, the Pentagon has come out and said, it's come out from audits of the Pentagon, that they've lost like 1.9 trillion with a T, guys, $1 trillion. That's huge. Missing. That's almost like the $2 trillion that Rummy announced on the 10th of September. Was it 2001? Guys, right before the towers fell, the day before the towers fell. And when the Pentagon got hit, where did it get hit? Right where all that paperwork was, right where the files for that stuff was. And nobody talked about it anymore. Is this a harbinger for something else? Where's all that money going? Where did the $2 trillion go? Where did the 1.9 trillion go? We're talking about over a couple of decades, $4 trillion. Where did it go? Which way did it go? What happened, guys? Is it black programs? What are those black programs? Or is it just mismanagement? I think a lot of it's just mismanagement. That's the problem with big bureaucracies. Big bureaucracies have a lot of issues. That's why a lot of us are for small government. We need a strong national defense, but the bureaucracy is just too much. But if you fight bureaucracy, the state don't like it. The state that's so deep, if you know what I mean. Oh, yeah. They hate that because they're going after their power base, their jobs. But you know what? They need to be working more efficiently. Hey, Just Arizona, blessings for you. They're building a Death Star. Well, that may be Jason. I don't know what they're building. So, yeah, it's crazy, all the stuff that's going on right now. So, another thing, BRICS currency. BRICS currency is going to go digital, apparently. And they're talking about making a major step forward in 2024. What are they doing all this for? It's to combat the dollar. It's to take down our dollar, guys. Greg needs one good carpenter and one skid steer. What I could use is a backhoe. Hey, Drops, how you doing? I'm going to go through and read the chat here in a minute, but a couple other articles news-wise I'll bring up is that one thing you need to know, get this, guys, 40% of conventional baby food contains toxic pesticides, according to a study here in the United States. That research conducted by the Environmental Working Group, a nonprofit working group, looked at 73 different food products and found at least one pesticide in 22 of them. Guys, and our kids are, according to the report by Sydney Evans, babies and young children are particularly vulnerable to the health risk posed by pesticides in foods. And the food is the way most children will be exposed to pesticides. Guys, something's got to be done. This is crazy. This is why you need to grow your own food. This is why you need to grow your own food. Hey, look at Diamond. He's got his growing going on in his greenhouses and such. Grow your own food. Check out my links to Triliff Market and Eden Brothers. You need to do it for your health. You need to do it for survival, guys. Who knows what's coming at us. But here's an interesting one. I want to throw out an interesting one. There was an article that came out. I saw it in Metro. It said, eating beef staves off cancer, according to scientists. Eating red meat and dairy. Red meat and dairy could help fight cancer, new studies suggest. And specifically, a fatty acid found in beef, lamb, and dairy products improves the ability of the body to attack and kill tumors. You believe that? It's like everything they say is bad for you is good for you. Everything they say is good for you is bad for you. I'm just waiting for them to come out and find that bacon is the ultimate food, right? Bacon. It's got to be. I don't know, guys. Just have a little fun with it, but who knows? So, thought I'd share those things with you. So let's go here and go through the chat room now. I've been going how long? 37 minutes. Okay, we got through the major news. Excuse me, guys. So got a little bit of a cold, but cough, but I've gotten way better. Way better. All right, let's go back through some of this chat here. Zillion messages. You out in the bush? Yes, Walter Smith. I am out in the middle of the desert. I'm out in the desert. 4 miles as a crow flies to the nearest store, but it's a whole lot more than that by road. Yeah, so I'm out in the desert up here. I'm the man in the van, not down by the river, but down by the wash. Seriously, I've been living in this van for quite a while lately. Out here trying to get this stuff done. So, Jesse Mills, Greg, gray wolves are further south of you quite a ways. I heard that somebody had some on Black Mesa and released them, Jesse. So, I don't know. Jesse, I talked to you about the volcanoes around here. I heard the last volcano erupted like 900 to 1,000 years ago. I got lava bombs on my property. Not lava fills. There's a few cinders, but I got a few big rocks at some volcano chunked. I wonder if it's the sun, what do you call it, Sunset Crater that's over near Flagstaff. All right, Steve Irwin Dutch. A little drop. I'm going to start from the bottom and read up here. You got to tell Oppenheimer he's a mod. Of course, Diamond's a mod. Oh. Somebody's mad at him. All right, guys. Soul's Yeah, yeah. Rodair, I caught that from Rodair. I gave him my email, so hopefully we'll hear from him. Alexa is smart. You mean like the app? Oh my gosh. No AI. Remember, AI. The A in AI stands for artificial. It's not really smart, guys. I'll call tonight. Okay, okay, Diamond. We'll do that. I'll call you tonight in a little bit when we get down here. We'll try to wrap this up quick. I think I still got your phone number in here. I should. Pound of what? Boggy pepper. Boggy pepper. Stepford, it's good to see you. Big storm coming by the morning. Yeah, we're supposed to get some wind up here. Trying to read back to the chat here, guys. I'm going kind of slow at it, I guess. Oh, Rebecca McSpawn. This is Michelle Young's mother wishing you a blessed Thanksgiving. Wow, Rebecca. Thank you. We really appreciate your daughter. She's been quite a champion for the channel here. So you've had, your daughter, Michelle Young, is awesome. We love her. And thank you and love to you too, Rebecca. It's good to see you, Rebecca. All right. Awesome. Gave you an autoimmune disease. That's not good, C-Mac. All right, let me go to the bottom of the chat room. Ding. Thank you, Knight, for calling the thumbs up. Jessima's Greg, over by Flagstaff, there were eruptions ongoing when Columbus sailed. We still have hot spots. Well, Columbus sailed much less than 1,000 years ago, that's for sure. 1492, a little over 500 years ago. Rod rage. Road rage? Or rods of God rage. There's supposed to be a meteor shower. Have you seen any of the good ones? I was hoping to see some good linoids. They've been good in years past. All right, guys. I went through most of the chat here, except for some of the earlier stuff. Just hopped on, Greg. You look tired and miserable. I'm a lot better than I was, Val. I was pretty much under the weather here for 3 or 4 nights, but I'm getting better. Getting better. Had to take some drastic measures because I was coming down with a bad cold, mainly from lack of being able to use my CPAP machine. Colonel Cole says, reporting for duty. That's how he started out. It's very good. From the Gulf Coast of Alabama. All right, I'll get some earlier chats here where I was running my mouth. Roll Tide says North Alabama hiking. Roll Tide. All right. Happy Thanksgiving from Northeast Arizona. Well, amen to that. That's where I'm at. Yeah, Jesse took me to dinner here one night. One of my first trips out here. That was wonderful. Been gardening 50 years. I know what to do. Well, that's good. Any luck on the wall? Well, we hadn't got it up yet. What I mentioned last time was I had to come up with devise without enough manpower to lift it. I tried to devise a strategy to use come-alongs. I put 4 posts in the ground, cemented them, 4 before traded posts, which will serve double duty as the post for a front porch. Actually, it's might be more of a back porch, but it'll be where my main door entryway will be, away from the wind here. But so I put the post in the ground. I got come-alongs. The come-alongs are rated for 2 tons each. The whole wall probably weighs just over 1,000 pounds, maybe up to 1,200. But three of us picked it up about 6 inches off the deck, the floor it's on, and without any too much trouble. So I got toe straps that are rated for 3 tons each, 4 of them. I got come-alongs. 4 come-alongs are rated for 2 tons each. So I bought these really big beefy eye hooks. Oh yeah, I got some clevises that are good for like, over 1,000 pounds each. Some way north of 1,000 pounds each. But these doggone eye hooks, which was really counting on, they're only good for 325 pounds. Of course, that's a static load over time. The jerk load might be worse on them, but then again, short periods, they might sustain it, but it's taking a bit of a risk. If all were equally sharing the load, it would probably be good, but if you got one ratchet strap pulled in a bit more than the other, that might cause it to give. If that one gives, the rest of them might not be able to support the load. So that made me have to recalculate. There's no very little margin for safety in that. So in any event, I don't have only power I got here, so I can get from a generator. So I'm kind of limited on what devices I can run. But was Vicky Savage in here? Hey Vicky, where you at? In any event, there she is. Many blessings. Her breath, heartbeat's a blessing. Amen to that. Amen to that. All right, so another plan I might have is just to get a really big rope and pull it from the bumper of this vehicle. I got to get everything aligned straight to be able to do that. Now, I thought, well, I might put up a bar between these posts and put a pulley on. That's going to put a lot of stress on that structure. But I got to think about, well, I was planning to put blocks in the floor of this building so the wall wouldn't pull over the edge when it pulled on. But if I got good blocks in the middle, when I start pulling on, the only thing the wall could do is go up. So I think that might be the solution if I don't have enough manpower. But I can have some manpower to guide it and put some blocks out there to stop the wall. Oh, I got a better idea. Maybe a cross member would be a better idea. So we'll come up with some way to stop the wall from slamming off or tipping over. So that's what we're working on. I got one wall that's ready to raise right now, but I probably need to have at least one other wall ready to go at the same time. So we got a little bit more work doing that, just so the wind won't catch it. Ends up here pretty good. So I got everything secure. I need to get all these walls up and get a roof up as fast as possible. Too bad my Jeep isn't out there. I have a huge winch in the front. There you go. That Jeep might do it. It might. Maybe gantry crane with a company. Well, I've actually called to United Equipment Rental up in Sholo, but they're closed this entire weekend, and it was going to cost me a pretty penny to get a backhoe that could reach 21 feet. That was another option I looked into. I think maybe using a rope the car in conjunction with the come-alongs might work. I mean, if I had 6 to 8 guys out here, probably 6 to 8 guys at one time. I've had more than that, but over sprinkled over time. If I get 6 guys at one time, we could raise this wall. Now, I think there's a couple neighbor guys that lives 2 places up. They may be here Sunday. If they are, that and a neighbor up here and another kid I got available and possibly, and I think, if I can just get one or two other people, we might be able to do it Sunday. So it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Check on rope kikes on the bottom. A check rope kicks on the bottom. I don't know what you mean, Tom. Lift and put steps under, then lift again. Yeah. Well, yeah, we've talked about that. Maybe we've talked about that. Use a van like a. That's what we're talking about, Tom. But the front end loader's not going to reach far enough. I've actually called to also to Home Depot. They've got like a little backhoe thing. It only reaches 13 feet though. But see, my wall is 14 foot high, 20 foot long, and it's sitting on a 10 by 20 floor, so it's overhanging. It's that I gotta have as much reach as I can get to get that thing up most of the way. If we get most of the way, fewer people could actually, once it's past a certain pivot point, position it pretty easy. It wouldn't take 6 to 8 people at that point. But United Equipment Rental is not available this weekend at all. They're completely shut down. I've rented a tractor from them, but they're not cheap. The truck using the bumper of the van may be the best way to go. Telehandler, what is that? Rim without a tire can make a makeshift come along. I got 4 come alongs. My biggest problem is having attachment points that are good, that are stable. I could reinforce the attachment though by tying around the post. It may be a way to do that. Maybe another way to do that with attachments. Hey, we got another super chat. New day. It's too bad we can't get Doug out there. Yeah, Doug was going to come, but his wife told him, you can't leave me and the kids here alone. Thank you, New Day, for the super chat. Appreciate that. Salute to you. So, yeah, I've had several people I thought I had enough manpower on 2 or 3 occasions. I had several people say they were coming, and this thing's come up, and it's we can't make it. So, in any event, Not Token says it's probably good for you. Whatever they tell you, do the opposite. Oh. Alrighty, folks. A telehandler is an extendable arm that uses for construction. I played them for a farming simulator. I don't know about simulators, guys. Don't simulate farming. Go out and do it. Oh, yeah. What's this farm sim stuff? Come on, guys. That's fantasy. Go out and do it. Go out. The way to farm is go out and dig the dirt, put seeds in. Do it. Do it for real. All right. Chewy, what's my weather going to be like? Chewy in here. There he is. Happy Thanksgiving, Greg and Pete. Chewy, when's the rain coming through here? I saw some different things. One said Friday night, but something else suggests I was going to have some maybe up through midday Saturday. But it looked like it was going to be very light. Of course, that's what we thought last time we got a lot of rain. Telescopic handler, usually configured as a forklift. Oh, okay. Okay, rough terrain forklifts. Sometimes those can be very heavy. I need something that can reach over and out, because we got to raise this wall up and over. I think a backhoe would be a lot better if I had to do that. But I'm really thinking that if I put blocks in the floor and I pull the wall, it hits those blocks, and you got to rope it in, it's just going to make it come up. But I have to do it slowly. Should have stayed in Alabama, according to Matt. Yeah, this place is paid for. My place in Alabama is not. 90-foot reach. But if it's straight up, it's not going to help me. I got to be able to get up and out. I got to get over. I got to be up and up 14 foot and over 10. Slight chance of rain Saturday afternoon. Low near 15 for Saturday night. That's going to be cold. How much rain? Yeah, I mentioned the wall dimensions. It's 20 by 14. Now, I've seen some buildings up where people did it. Just a bunch of guys got together and lifted walls that are bigger than mine. There's some buildings up on the hill not far from here where they were lifting 16-foot walls. Or 20-footer long, similar to mine, just a little bit bigger. It's got 2x6s. 2x6s right there. But there, did you get my email? Greg@greengregs.com. Jerry G at GREENGREGS.com. That's just for this, guys. Don't be emailing me personal notes and messages there. That's a business email. If you can help out, all right, very good. I got 6 inches of snow Tuesday, then rain all day Wednesday. That's a mess. Yeah, gosh. Rain on top of snow's nasty. I know that. I did live in Alaska 2 years. So I've seen all kind of ice, black ice, rain, snow. Not a ton of rain up there, though. Only heard very slight thunder one time, 1 year when I was up there. About three claps. The whole time I lived in Alaska. No tornado threats, but we worried about earthquakes. Tilt up is where it's at. Hey, Valerie. All right. Are they sheeted already? Yeah, they are. Well, this one wall is sheeted already. Because we were advised it's going to be a ton easier to make the sheets and then raise it, but the raising has become the problem. Anyway, yeah, it's sheeted. It's sheeted. Yeah, 3 people could pick it up if it wasn't sheeted. Have to drive minute 6 hours north in January to see snow. Oh, really? They had a big slide in Alaska that messed things up. We're at in Alaska. Alaska's huge. Alaska's like a country of its own, like an unpopulated country. I think it might be better to just frame it up as you go, smaller sections. Well, I was given advice from some guys who had been doing this, but they did it they thought they could get a bigger crew together out here. So that's what drove this. I mean, that's the way they did them. They did. The guy who advised me, he did this a few times in the past, and every time they got the building done and complete like in 1 weekend. And here I've been at weekend after weekend after weekend. Well, we just hadn't had enough people to make it happen. So maybe if we get a few more people, we can make it happen. Van pull system would work good. Attach staples to the bottom of the wall. I'm thinking about making just a little hole in the siding for the rope to go around the top seal. The top seals is 2x6s. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, because it'll be under the eave and I can seal that hole with something and come back over it with something to seal it. Kind of like a shingle. But it'll be right under the eave. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. 12-foot wall, 16-inch top plate, 4 foot minimum. Okay, well, I'm telling you what I got. It's 14 foot tall, 20 foot long, sheeted, 2x6 framing with a double top sill. That's what it is. Anyway, but yeah, they these other guys have been putting them up, but it just didn't get us quite enough people here to make it happen. I've had a lot of people here, but not enough at one time. A lot of good people. I've had a lot of good friends show up and do a lot. So, all right, guys, before we go, where's my light at? Didn't put it on my head. Hang on. Let me stick a light on my head. Yeah. I don't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna need a light. Find what I'm looking for. Ruh-roh, did I move it? Oh, here's one of them. Yeah, I got a couple of gifts. I think Chewy might have sent these. It didn't say who it came from. The dresses were like from whoever, where they were made, I think. I got two things in the mail here. Whenever you guys send me stuff, I like to share it. Whoa! One of them is a little camp light. See this, guys? All right, I'm going to hold the phone and take it out of the box at the same time. Did you send this, Chewy? Who sent this? Because it didn't say who it's from. There's no personal notes. I guess it was shipped directly. Chewy sent me some coffee here once. So this is a camp light. I'm going to have to put it together. But, it looks like it's got some little solar cells on it. So it's got a big 18650 lithium-ion battery, so it'll be a lot of power. It's rechargeable. And one other thing down here. Hang on. Where's it at? Oh, I opened it up. I gotta make sure I didn't drop that battery. And I got some kind of garment to help keep me warm. It's, what is it? Major shirt thing. Let's see if I can pull it out here. Yeah, get it out. It's a garment. Nice. Whoa! Pardon me, I'm losing stuff here. And this says it's from... It's not a person. It's like a shipping place. Anyway. What's my mailing address? My local mailing address is Greg Allison, P.O. Box 237, Snowflake, Arizona, 85937. Women ate a lot stronger than you think. Oh, women are a lot stronger than you think, Greg. Me and my son just brought a kitchen stove up 2 steps. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Well, if you want to come help lift a wall, I'm for it. Or you can run some ratchets, from come-alongs. When wintertime, can't leave my tiny woman at home. She's too old to protect herself. Still an old Viking that can't. There you go, drops. Oh, you're right, man. Did I say per pound? Yeah, 2,500 per ounce. Wow, you caught me. You must have been rewinding. Yeah, I meant per ounce. Troy ounce at that. There's 12 troy ounces in a pound. Pardon me. Yeah, I might get it started. Jason, Arnold, but we got to have enough lift power. Subterranean greenhouse. Yeah, I'm a big fan of jalapenos. In fact, I got an area marked out here for some jalapenos one day. Well, this wall is already built, Jesse. 310 what? Yes, you don't know me, Mom. I plan to try to get this thing done before winter. I got to go back to Alabama, but maybe only a week or two. I'll probably be back here. I got to try to get this thing done, but the later I get, the harder it is to do anything here. The corporation of the weather gets to be somewhat less than spectacular here. So I got to really get with it, guys. Yeah, Arnold, that's what I'm talking about. The pivot point, about 45 degrees. Once we get past a certain pivot point, it gets a lot easier. We just gotta make sure then it don't tip over. Yeah, that's kind of what I was referring to, Audemars. That's what I was talking about, maybe using a backhoe. Longer reach. Longer reach. Alrighty, folks. Wow, we've had some good super chats tonight. That's been awesome. And we just got one from Justin, how's he said? Justin Pianato. Is that Italian name? $20 says, hope this helps and get better. Well, thank you, Justin. Salute you. Appreciate that very much. Wow, we've had a great night for super chats. That's awesome. Guys are sharing the love. That's something to be thankful for. And I mentioned thankfulness and gratefulness. We're a family here. I got a lot of great subscribers and great friends amongst you, and I really appreciate it. Appreciate all of you. All right, guys. What am I thankful for? Friends and family, and you guys are friends, and we are family. So, Howard Lake, Minnesota. Is that where you're from, Justin? Okay. Minnesota. That's one of the few states I've not been in here in the lower 48. I've got post I set up 8 foot from the building to use come-alongs to pull it up. They will double as porch post in the future. So I'll get use of them, more use. Anyway, guys. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Yeah, we could use a few more thumbs up, guys. We got more people in the room than we got thumbs up. So help me out. As Rodney pointed out, the algors that have no rhythm treat you better when you get more thumbs up, more chat, and things like that. And quite frankly, the channel here has been kind of stumbling on us a lot of the platform. Jesse says, Greg, use your campfire ashes on your road. Oh. Yeah, I called to Perkins and asked about putting cinders on my hill, and they said cinders would just roll. They said I need to use some AB mix, but then they said I'd have to drive on it a lot to pack it down. I don't know if I'll be here long enough, because I know how that stuff can be. If you don't get packed down, it rains on it, then you just got a mud slide. So it needs to be packed down. It's kind of a mix of rock and soil. That's what their AB mix is. And I told them, hey, I was looking at maybe getting a couple of culverts, and they gave me a name of a guy. He says, well, he can do the culverts and the AB too. And so I called him, and he was going to call me back, and I guess it didn't happen because of Thanksgiving, guys. So I'm trying to get that situation dealt with. I'm working on it, guys, but everything takes time, and we got the holidays slowing everything down. Too bad you're not Amish. You mean Amish? They could do your house barn within the same day. Well, Walter, that's kind of what the theory was. Like I said, I've had it's actually one of Diamond's and Rex's friends, old geezer, come up here. That's the guy that gave me the inspiration for how to build this, and he, I've been following his instructions, and his community in this area, they've done several of these with just a bunch of people, and they thought they could get a bunch of volunteers, but the volunteers just didn't come forward this time, maybe in part because they were all getting their place ready for the winter, and maybe in part because, holidays, it just didn't happen. But I got some volunteers coming from you guys, and so the volunteers that helped with some of the buildings up in his community weren't available. He did chip in, but he's disabled himself. But he brought materials and brain power, and I had some other people here from my YouTube channel showed up, and a neighbor, but we didn't have quite enough manpower to do it the way they did it. So that's why I'm trying to come up with other means to make it happen. Thank you, Jesse. We got CDD in the chat room. Get home. You're wasting your time in Arizona. I don't have pneumonia. Thank you, Arnold, for sharing the address. Yeah, there's Mormons in the area. But what I was saying is that's the method that that old geezer and his neighbors and families in that area in his community used. But yeah, there's no Amish here. There's Mormon mostly, but Mormons do a lot of the same thing. So, but Jesse's right on that. 1,600 miles away. That's a long way to go. CDD. I'm Mormon. Okay. So why do you think I'm wasting my time in Arizona? This place is paid for. My place in Alabama is not. I'm looking at some financial challenges, and just from the standpoint of prepping, this is a far better place to be from the prepping knothole. I did a video on that called the High Desert Prepper. A lot of preppers in this area. Where I'm at in Alabama, if it goes south, everybody's going to be looking to come eat me. It's just, yeah, it's not as good. Not as good, guys. We're going to make it work somehow. Trops is Mormon. Yeah, we got a lot of Mormons around here. I've worked with Mormons quite a bit for some time. I've had, in college, I've had a Mormon neighbor when I was going to college. I actually attended a Mormon service in Huntsville, Alabama, believe it or not. I'm not Mormon myself, no, but I have attended a Mormon service. And, when I was doing solid rocket motor work with NASA, I'd go to Utah a lot, go to Ogden. So, everybody that I was working with was Mormon. So, I have worked with a lot of Mormon people. Greg, don't use AB when it's wet, it's slicker and snot. Are you serious? Well, they told me the cinders would roll. That's what they told me at Perkins. Perkins is supposed to be an aggregate company. They should know. Don't use AB. Lord, that's scary. Oh, you live in Ogden. Oh my gosh, CDD. I stayed in Ogden many times. When I go up, there's a Huntsville just east of Ogden up in the mountains. This beautiful little mountain community, mountain meadows and everything. That's a beautiful area. We're Thiokol now. AT&T's got their rocket plant. So CDD, yeah, I've been up here many times. What are you talking about? She hit you on AB. What are you talking about, Steve Irwin? Been Huntsville many times. Oh yeah, the Huntsville, Utah. Huntsville, Utah, yeah, they got had to go into this. They got a bar up there called the Shooting Star Saloon. It's the longest running saloon in the United States. But they specialize in this like hamburger with hot dogs on it or something like that. Oh, you've been to the Huntsville in Bama. Okay. the one the one where I've worked for decades. So you see my photo. It's the snow basin ski resort. Oh, I've been there. Yeah, I've actually been there. It wasn't snow when I was up there. I just went up there with a friend, local friend. I want to get myself an RV. Well, I'm using a van as an RV. I've got a bus, but we're talking some serious money there, Justin. My money is not that plentiful. I got to be very judicious in how I spend things to get things done. And I was told an RV is not a way to live up here in the high desert. I was told that I would be miserable living in an RV up here. I've actually got an old RV back in Huntsville. I think it would cost me more money in fuel to drag it out here than it's worth. So, but I've got a bus I could fix up. But I'm planning to use a bus in lieu of a U-Haul to get a bunch of stuff out here and maybe fix it up later. But still, I'm told those are poor options for the winters out here, that you need a good insulated building. I've got a wood stove once I get this building built. Shooting Star, you know what I'm talking about, Ryan? Yeah, the Shooting Star. Black mold can cause horrible reactions, special. Okay, what we're talking about? We got the black mold topic up, Vicky? Linoids. I love the linoids. Drops. I went to Bama to test defibrillators on pigs. Where'd you go to? Auburn? Or did you go to A&M University? A&M might have done that. That's near Huntsville. It might take you to Huntsville, Alabama. Auburn is the really big agricultural school. But we got a few other agricultural schools. Test defibrillators on pigs. Oh my gosh. Wow. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired and sleepy here. So I need to get ready to turn in. Greg, doesn't matter what you put on the road, still has to be packed. I mean, whether it's A, B, or cinders, yeah, that's just it. So I'd be afraid to put anything on it right now if I'm about to leave. Or anytime right before rain, it needs to be put down probably in a dry spell for such a thing. Oh, drops. Okay. Bus is much better built than RV. That's true. That's true. Buses are sturdy. They're built really tough. RVs are they leak, they tear apart. Yeah, a bus makes a much better. Schoolie is a lot better platform for an RV than the so-called RVs you buy, and they're overpriced. They're too dang expensive. Um, so if I could fix the bus up, that would be a way to go. But I think I'll use the bus as a U-Haul first, just to get a bunch of stuff here. That would be my first choice with it. You know, I've been living in this van. Uh, I came out to Arizona mid-August. I probably stayed in this van the first 5 days, and then I stayed with my friend Scott and Jen Miller for almost a month. And I stayed in the van going back. And then I came back out here, and I've stayed in the van ever since. So except for about 2 weeks, I've been in Arizona for, since mid-August. And shy of about a little over 3 weeks of that time, I've been living in this van. Pretty much. So, I need to turn that headlight off. I'm burning the battery up over there for no good reason. I was looking for stuff. Gotta put it up. Oops, there we go. Alrighty, folks. Oh, come on. There's more than 61 thumbs up. We got 178 thumbs up now. I appreciate that, folks. I really do. Another people convert them. Does the bus have a drop floor for when they haul football and band gear? The people who got the bus before me put foam insulation on the floor, and they put particle board over it. It's kind of not exactly the best platform, but they wanted to keep it warm. That was how they were trying to do it. So, I don't know. He could live in a microgreen bus and have food. Well, the problem with that is you driving around, those trays kind of get messed up, and the lights, maybe the LED lights. Yeah, I got a microgreens trailer. 61 here. I was at your age. We got 167 in the room, 184 thumbs up. That's token. All right, guys, tell me where you're from. We're gonna roll here. I gotta call in tonight here. Howdy, Meg Rising. The guy from Suspicious has moved down your way. Oh, really? That don't excite me. Suspicious observers. Oh my gosh, has moved down my way. Yikes. Greg, Tulsa Coffee Club member here. Hey, Jeremy. Hope you're feeling better. Watch you every morning, Monday through Thursday. Good. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'll have to do more videos for morning stuff coming up. All right. We got Rodney from Australia, Hillsboro, Oregon with Chewy, and from West Wokistan. Bubbly Brian, 44, Kentucky. Coniferous Vegan, Miami. West Virginia's Adam B, 3007. 007. Rebecca, West Texas. Steffers, Chicago. Springfield, Missouri. Walter Smith. All right, guys. Alrighty, folks. Hey, I want to thank you, all you super chatters. Almost heaven, West Virginia. Okay, almost heaven, West Virginia. Wait, White Mountains of Arizona. We got raspberry in here. Raspberry, that's a good one. Raspberry. White Mountains of Arizona. Yeah, I'm right at the foot of that. Under the oak tree. Ding for your soul. Give Rick. All right. Okay. Exited came back now. It says 184. Okay. Just didn't update on yours. Excuse me. Yeah, that's the funny thing. I seem to bring rain here. It's supposed to be a desert. This is going to be a tropical oasis or something, or it's going to be a rainforest. It rains every time I come up here. It's like, really? This is a desert. It's raining all the time. Well, actually, the first time I came here was a year ago today, really, for Thanksgiving weekend, a year ago. No, not a year ago. It was in 2019. Thanksgiving 2019. 4 years ago, this weekend was the first time I came up here. And I bought this property 3 years ago at the end of the year. So I've had this property for 3 years. Never even saw it until August. And it was better than I thought. I love this place. It's beautiful. It's better than I imagined. So I'm happy and thankful and grateful to the family that turned me on to this. But I don't want to name them because they want to stay very private. If they tell me that they don't want to be private, I'd be happy to give them a shout out, but I don't think they want that. So I will stay away from that. All right. So, thank you, Arnold. All right, drops. Don't be dissing somebody in here, okay? Don't diss Lee. Don't be dissing Lee, drops. That's not a go. All right. You roll past me by 30 miles every time 100 miles east of Amarillo. Okay. I think I'm flying back this next time. I got some regrets about that right now. I got some things I got to take care of. John Denver was my fifth cousin. Well, that's cool. Henry sang about our family reunion years ago. My dad told him not to buy that plane. Wow. Valley fever after a dust storm. Oh. Yeah, all right, guys. So, John Denver, I rode an elevator with him from the 14th floor to the first floor of the Pan Pacific Hotel in Anaheim, California, and he and I were the only ones in the elevator, all the way down from the top to the bottom. That's the one that's next to the whatever that Disney place is out in California, Disney World, where I could see it from my room. But I've never been to a Disney institution. I ain't never liked Mickey Mouse. Never been to a Disney institution in my life, even though I stayed in a hotel looking right over it. My room looked right into it. It's like, ain't time for that mess. Anyway, but I rode down the hotel. It was a space conference, and I was going to run the space conference like 2 years out from that one. And so I talked to John Denver, and I said, hey, I'd love to have you come sing to my conference. And he said, yeah, I'd certainly have to just talk to my guys. And I brought my conference committee. I said, hey, guys, we got John Denver. He'd be happy to sing at our conference. And one of my key organizers threw a fit. Oh, no, we don't want John Denver. He's sung here before. He's this, that. And she just threw a fit about it. And I said, well, you get me another singer then. Never happened. Oh, I was tiffed. But I always loved John Denver. To me, that was like, yay! Anyway, oh well, she shouldn't have thrown a wet rag all over that. So it wasn't in the throttle; it was the bottle. Oh, you think he crashed because he was having one too many? I don't know. He was depressed. I think he was going through a divorce or something. He was depressed. Don't turn the unforgotten as don't know if they underwhelm their own spell. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about there, Steve. Aunt took you to Disneyland in 68. I didn't like Mickey. Coniferous vegan. Any update on the mother and ER? No, I haven't heard. Hadn't heard back from her. I texted her today and she hasn't responded yet. I think she's having some phone problems. All color marks. Hammer. Hammer time. Anyway. Alrighty, folks. I'm still on lifting the walls. Can you help me there, Tom? Email me. That might be going down Sunday, possibly Saturday, but Sunday would be more likely. Hammer head, actually. Alrighty, guys. So, thank you, Super Chatters. We're going to go. Thank you, Super Chatters. Thank you, mods. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you all for being friends and family. I want to thank all my viewers who have contributed so much to the channel, to this community over time. You're an awesome channel. You guys are an awesome family. I got a lot of good friends in here, and I just appreciate. I've got a lot of love from you guys. I so appreciate it. I just want y'all to know that, and that is something to be very grateful and thankful for. That's why I say be thankful for your friends, your family, and there are good people out there. Ball jacks are the best tools to use, Greg. Hydraulic jacks don't pick stuff up too much. I have to look at it. I got a scissor jack, so I don't know. I have to look at it. Anyway, it might be a solution. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you so much. Y'all take care. And God bless and good night. Bye, y'all. Greg out.